Today I'm going to show you how you can alter your Smartlead campaign schedules using make.com automatically. This is especially helpful when the holidays come rolling around. You want to pause all your campaigns just for that one date. You can do that with a simple edit and the click of a button instead of having to go through each of your campaigns, edit the settings, and alter the schedule. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so this is my Smartlead altering campaign schedule automation right here. It's very simple. We have two HTTP make a request module where we're actually calling on the API of Smartlead, and then we have an iterator. Basically how this works is we are searching all of our campaigns using this module right here. We are iterating through each of the campaigns. So every single campaign that my account has, we're going through each and every one of them one at a time. If it's active, an active campaign, it will pass through and I'll alter the schedule with this module right here. So if it's not active, it doesn't go through, it goes on to the next one. These are pretty simple to set up. We'll start with the first one. So this is the module we're using to actually search all of our campaigns. All we need is to retrieve this URL right here, and we need to make sure this is get. It should automatically be on get. In order to figure out what this URL is, we actually go into the API documentation that Smartlead provides us, and we are looking for list all campaigns. So this is it right here. You're just going to copy and paste this over, and you're going to actually go ahead and retrieve your own API key. So if we go ahead and copy and paste this, you can see that it's identical, except I have my API key pasted in here. I'm going to go ahead and keep that, but you actually need to generate an API key and paste it right here. So I'll show you what that looks like. So in order to retrieve your API key in Smartlead, you're just going to go into settings. That's up here. I'm in it right now. You should be inside of your profile, and you're just going to scroll down. Here it is right here, Smartlead API key. Copy that, bring it over, paste it in. You should be good to go. So that's all you need to do for this make a request HTTP module. I'm not going to go ahead and save that. So I'm just going to test this out for you, and you should do the same when you're setting it up too, so you can go ahead and map the fields later on. I'm going to go ahead and unlink this, and let's just run the module once, and we can see all of our campaigns in this account will pop up. We have 73 total campaigns. We look here, we got real estate, the status is archived. Because it's archived, it's not going to pass through. We have archived. Let's go to an active one. Oh, that's archived as well. Maybe we need to go up top. Active here. So this is going to pass through HPSI 10-20-25. This is going to pass through when we set that up later on, as well as a bunch of other ones in here. But what you need to do is add in your iterator. That is right on the side right here. And we are iterating through the data. You just put in this data dynamic insertion, save. We have to set up that filter. We want to go ahead and dynamically insert the status, which is right here. And we want the status to be equal to active. So all caps, and if the status is active, it will pass through. If it's not active, it'll just move on to the next object in the data. Okay, click save. The last thing you want to do is get another one of these, HTTP make a request module. You can even go ahead and duplicate this and bring it over. But what you're doing here is you are retrieving the URL that is again found in the API documentation. So the API endpoint is the alter schedule endpoint. update campaign schedule. This is your URL right here. If we go ahead and bring this over, okay, there it is. You're replacing this with your API key. So I can go in here and I can take it, copy, paste, and then your campaign ID, you're taking from the brackets inside of the slashes, you're deleting that, and then you're inserting the ID number, which is right in here. So once you do that, we want to make sure we have post on because we're actually posting over to Smartlead. The content type is application JSON. This information is inside of the API documentation. You can just take my word for it. You want to add 2 items here in the headers. You're adding content type, application -JSON. It has to be exactly this. And then accept application JSON. And then you're also putting in your API key once again. I'm gonna have to go and change my API key after exposing it to you guys so many times. The body type is raw. We want JSON right here. And then we actually have to go ahead and copy and paste all of this over. So that is what it looks like when you copy and paste it over. It looks a little sloppy. I'm actually gonna go ahead and remove these. We don't need them. But this is the exact format you want to maintain. You have to make sure that it's valid JSON. Oh. I'm just gonna remove these bottoms. I don't need them. Okay, this is valid over here. And parse doesn't really matter because we're not doing anything after this. But that is what it should look like right in here. And the days of the week, 0 is Sunday, 1 is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you want to maintain this exact format. You have the number, the comma, space, number, comma, space. If it's messed up at all, it's not going to work. You have your start time and your end time for each of the campaigns. I'm going to set it up like this. End hour is going to be 15 o'clock or 17 o'clock. Minimum time between emails, 62 minutes for me. Max leads per day. I don't want to mess with that, so I'm just going to remove it. Okay. In order to retrieve the time zone, you have to actually figure out the exact string that you need to throw in there. You can actually go into Smartlead, and when you go to your campaign editing, you can actually find this information. I'm in the New York time zone, so this isn't what I would change my schedule to. It all looks good, but I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this. I'll show you what the original looked like. America, New York, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8:45, 5 o'clock. Max leads per day. That's different amongst the campaigns, so I'm just gonna remove that. This is all pretty consistent for me. Save it. And let's go ahead and test this bad boy out. So I got an error. So that was correct. Okay, so I believe the problem is that I put a comma right here. JSON is very strict. The last object in the JSON The last string cannot have a comma at the end of it. I don't know my JSON jargon that well. I don't know if this is an object or a string or whatever it's called, but there cannot be a comma right here, so I believe that was my problem. Let's go ahead and run that again. Nope. Bad request, max new leads per day is required. All right, so it looks like I do need the max leads per day. So I'm actually gonna go to a previous version. Okay, so I'm back to what I had it on before. This looks pretty good to me. Okay, so you do need this object, whatever it's called, you need that. Run once. And I only have 4 active campaigns right now, so all of them got changed to my preferred schedule. But yeah, this allows you to alter all of your active schedules really quickly. Whenever a holiday is coming up, I just hop in here, I edit the day, I remove the day, I run it, and then I set it up. I schedule a single run to occur after the holiday period has occurred in order to turn that day back on. So that's how I use this, instead of having to go into each individual campaign and edit the settings one by one. That would be a pain in the ass. That would be a pain if you had a lot of active campaigns running. If you thought this video was helpful, give me a like, really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.